We're going live on radio now, YouTube now. Yeah, good morning, friends. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. This is the Vintage Talk Show with the Fajan friends, ringing you in from TopRadio 90.9 FM. Wherever you are listening to us or watching us, we are hoping you have a great show today. Good morning and welcome. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends still call me Faj. For the moment, I'm flying solo. As the others join, I'll introduce them and then we flow. For now, let's start with the quote for the week. Let's make it sharp, sharp, sharp. By the way, you always know we speak truth to power here and shine light on dark spots as best as we can see. Hmm. Now, this quote is from Ghana. It's a Ghanaian saying. It says, however long the log stays in water, it does not become a crocodile. It is true. However long the log stays in water, it does not become a crocodile. It is true. He might have the bag looking like crocodile and all that. He can open his mouth and do all the stuff that the crocodile will do. So whatever your state of mind, don't try to impress or imitate needlessly. You can't, as they say, one is not this, is not that. So you can't fake it for so long. At the end of the day, you have the short end of the stick. So if you have to be a crocodile, don't pretend to be a crocodile. How you are a log. Mm. Let's move on. Perhaps I'll be able to get to my favorite ending. The what's it called? Rewind. Going back to yesteryears. I've always loved that, but we don't have much time on this show for that. Anyway, let's do fact checking. We call it knowledge boosters. You might have heard or read stuff like, did you know that you must drink exactly 8 glasses of water daily to be healthy? Mm. We ask it because there are many online doctors and nutritionists and all that, giving us all kinds of facts and all that. The fact checker says it is misleading. The popular 8 glasses a day rule is more of a general guideline than a specific scientific requirement for everyone. The amount of water a person needs depends on factors like age, body size, weather, physical activity, and overall health. People also get water from food, fruits, soups, and other drinks, not just plain water. So, a better guide is your body itself. Thirst, urine color, and hydration levels are often more reliable indicators than a fixed number. So, while staying hydrated is important, there is no universal rule that everyone must drink exactly 8 glasses daily. Before we go on music break, I need to ask myself, this I don't have anyone to ask it. What stood out for me during the week? What stood out for me during the week? What stood out for me during the week? Two things. One funny, one sadly, humorlessly uh disgraceful. Not to me, you know. First is the fact that Nigerians overwhelmed the website of World Bank, suffocating the poor people with protests, that they are tired of their president always asking for loans, always asking for loans and all that. I mean, we're deeply gone into trillions of dollars, not naira, trillions. and and I read somewhere, is it 60 something or 20 something billion dollars we use us to service our debts. It's like it's going on a debt binge, just collecting loans all over the place. That's what the Nigerians could say. Woman should not give another loan because he wants to take another thing. Now they should not give another. And the poor people had to minimize their comments page because Nigerians flooded the place. They're campaigning and protesting and all that. I don't know if that's going to change anything. Yeah. Sometimes asking for loan is not a bad idea, but what do you use it for? Does it pay itself back? Does it translate or manifest to something incredibly beneficial to the people? This cascade of loans and all is frightening. And some of those people collecting loans will not be dead, may not be alive when we start paying for it. And I mean, how do you take a loan now 6 7 generations after have not exhausted it? I hmm, anyway, I'm not an economist, but I mean, suffusion of debts. I don't think it's a nice thing in any atmosphere, or any business venture. You know, perhaps we get some experts to come and talk to us about the economic value and benefits of sporadic loans and indebtedness. Anyway, we'll take a short break and come. And yes, I haven't mentioned the second one. The second one was, like I said, was quite sad and all that. And that's the issue of the who wants to be a millionaire man, Frank Gedoho, and his ex-wife. So second ex-wife, vis-a-vis the young man, an artist, Chike or something. It has to do with the sexual dalliance and all that. And it's all messy. The man came out to say this. All pictures were shown, all video, audio were brought up, phone calls, sizzling stuff. It's all dirty, and it's all flung there. And trust the social media, bloggers and online interlopers and undertakers. Expanding and what do you call that thing? Escalating the whole thing all over the place, making mockery of the esteemed institution of marriage and the marital bed. It was so shockingly distasteful. Uh, that most times when they thrust the thing in my face, I don't want to read. I don't want. Some things are better left. Just, I mean, take your losses and just move on. And stop besmirching yourself all over the place, while some people are having a rollicking time, rolling in your, turning you in your mud and squirming and all that. And there's some pretenders who cry more than the bereaved and all. I think it's a torrid time for everyone involved. There's many names mentioned, people that declaring their innocence and all. It's so just messy and disreputable. I think they should put a stop to it. The man should shut up. The woman should face somewhere else and move on. And you know, but people must give distraction to Nigerians in times of hardship and economic strain. These are what do you call it? low hanging fruits they have to they have to draw on, or a safety net they have to bounce on. Anyway, I think it stood out in a bad way for me during the week, and I suspect until something more salacious, more denigrated, more more dastardly happens, this will take care again of this week, and uh, well, I'll see you on the other side of this music. Take a short break and come back. Bella Schmoda says appraisal. Yes, we do need to appraise our lifestyle and what we bring it to the public. What was it? Okay. Jabba-da-bum, pam, 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 pam. Jabba-da-puru-tu-tu. Tipuru-tu-tu-tu-tu. Ba-da-bum-bum. Jabba-da-puru-tu-tu. Jabba-da-puru-tu-tu. Tu-tu-tu-tu-tu. 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 We're back, and this is still the Vintage Talk Show with the Faj and friends. And we are on to entertainment updates and our views and some of the things that have happened in our entertainment world within the outgoing week. And if you feel like, you can join us. The number, of course, is 08913 697 3485. You can share your thoughts as we go along. The first story, it's I mean, appalled at the framing of the headline. It says, "Why I assaulted my daughter, Ilebaye," as the father. The father of BB Niger star has defended his actions following a violent family confrontation, now under police investigation. Emmanuel Odinia claimed that the reality star became disrespectful after fame and money, accusing her of physically attacking him and neglecting family responsibilities. Despite the heated allegations, he says he still loves his daughter and wants reconciliation, while police confirm several family members were hospitalized after the incident. it's a ruckus. I wonder why the press framed it as why I assaulted my daughter. When you look at the picture shown, especially the initial wave of reaction, it looked like someone, who escaped lynching, mob lynching somewhere in Lagos. She looked really bad and all that. So you could say, so what was the father? What was he trying to do? Punishing her? Subsequent information that came out tilted the public to the one side and then to the other side and all sorts. And there's all kind of drama. Some of the things the man mentioned that the daughter did, it's worrisome. How it led to that, and all that. And then some of the statement the man made, and perhaps I, as a father, wouldn't take that route. It's pretty difficult to thrust your child into fame, something that will lead to a loud, not just normal fame, some kind of raucous, loud, and sometimes disreputable fame, so to speak, and all that. If the child is not doesn't have self control, and such things tend to turn their heads. Children, that is, turn their head, and they always misbehave. Even us as adults, we do misbehave, and we have misbehaved in the past. And if not the grace of God, some of us will have been cast away, or dealt with severely. So children will go wrong. That's the way you reprimand them. Not to be beaten so much that the whole face will swell up and they look almost blinded and all that. Disturbing things, as it were, judging family issues like that. Uh, okay. And right on time, Akindamola has joined us. Let me find a moment to introduce him, and then maybe he will contribute to this. He's also a father. I don't know whether he gives corporal punishment to his children. I want to find out. Give me a moment.
Collier, share your music, share your love.
Akindamola, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Fudge. Good morning, sir.
I'm trying to set your voice up so that I can. Have you been listening?
Not really.
Okay, the first story I was talking about is about Ilebaye and the father beating her up and all that.
Okay. Oh, I know that story.
I don't know if you heard the story. The BB Niger girl that was beaten by the father for all kinds of things and all that.
Yes, yeah. I heard it.
Okay, let me use this moment to introduce an analyst who's just joined us. Good morning, Akindamola Adeboye. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm very much with you, sir. Good morning, Uncle Fudge. Good morning, everybody listening in.
Okay, it looks like your voice like you are calling from somewhere in Vancouver or Australia. We try and get over that. Yeah. What would be your impression about this Ilebaye and her father, the beating, the allegations, the things, leading, introducing her siblings to drugs, being willful, not helping the dad when he needed surgery, not doing this, and then spending money at parties and all that, all sorts of things, and become heady, not listening, not doing that. And then the angle of the mother, disowning, and also all kinds of drama. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, for me, it's something that looking at it, it's something that was not. It didn't happen now. It has been happening for some time. It's just that I think fame and money now brought it out to the fore because there is no way she would have been obedient and stuff like that one, and she was not into drugs, and all of a sudden she would just
Okay. Okay. I lost his voice now. Please say something. Let me hear you. I can't hear the voice again. His network. Okay. I think network. The network sees while we're trying to get the voice. The network struck, and he's gone. He'll be back shortly. We're trying to re-link with us, get his deals. Moving on. Hello, Akindamola. Are you there?
yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Aha. The network just went off.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, it's back joining us. Please, let's get to what you are saying. I didn't get it. Let me see. Okay, go ahead, please. I think you can get your voice now. Akindamola, please go ahead. Ah, okay. Today, not today. Wow.
Yes, I'm back. Whoa.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Yes. For me, there would have been obvious signs right from day one. It's just that the fame of the lady and the money brought it to fall. Um, and I think the father, it was probably out of anger, maybe overreacted because it's a little bit annoying for you to have a child that is behaving waywardly, and when she's supposed to be the one leading the or being the trailblazer of the family. And
Hmm.
these drugs of 18,
Hmm.
it's the judge didn't wake up one day and started using drugs. I know it has been happening because all around, if only we adults could look hard enough, all around us, youths are into all sorts of drugs now. All around us,
Hmm.
it's either they are
Hmm.
chewing it, they are licking it, if they are not smoking it, or they are
Wow.
drinking it. Because
Wow.
you see youths, they are holding you can't tell them, give me, I want to have a taste of your soft drink. No, you don't again,
Hmm.
because all those things are just camouflages for drugs. They put it inside the Pepsi, put it inside the Sprite, and all sorts. So it's something that maybe probably had been ignored for some time in the family, and now fame and money has brought it to the fore. So there is a Yoruba adage, sir. I will translate. In Yoruba, it says, "Àgbà tí ò bá kẹ́hùn sọ̀rọ̀, akẹ̀tàn sáré." And that is what is happening. If you refuse to speak up at the beginning of things, and you are just saying it's useful exuberance and stuff like that one, at the end of the day, they become so unruly, so they so misbehaved that you probably will start reacting out of loss of control, and you get angry. Because for me, after some time, when a child becomes an adult from the age of 14, 15, you can't corporally punish them again. You can't again. It's at the initial infancy age and stuff like that one, before the teenage age. Yeah, you could maybe once in a while, but not at that stage again. She's an adult already. She's already formed. Corporal punishment will not do it at all again. So I just wish maybe the whole family would go to someone that can really sit down the whole family and talk through therapy.
For therapy.
Because that's what is needed now. Talk to the father, talk to the mother. This is how to handle things. Then talk to the children too. And I pray they'll listen. They'll listen, because they are already formed already. The saying that she introduced her brother to drugs. No. No. You better check very well. They've been using it. It's not something they started today. They've been using it. It's just when we're having this kind of conversation, and you allow only one person to speak, you only be hearing the one side of the story. And for me, it is well with the family. For me, it is well with the family.
It is well. They need our prayers, and I hope they're able to resolve it, and let love and regard and boundaries and all sorts return to that home. I don't know. Like I said, it's deeper than what the fights and all that is blowing into the public. It's deeper than that. It's a more endemic issue involved. In any case, we pray for that family. They get hold of them, and they stop using the public as their launching pad for their family. Yeah. Okay. That's quite early. Yeah. We are getting a call. Let me see. Hello. Good morning. Hey, Obi. Good morning, Obi. I'm very good. Thank you. About what story? Okay, Frank Edoho. Yes, I did. Magu. Oh my, Obi, we have come again. Is it Magu should be institutionalized?
Somebody who is telling me how to see my friend. There was video when I came back from and the training, and I'm sorry, one meeting and the rest of the training. The person was not there when I get back. You understand? And the girl is really a funny thing because that is the kind of thing that's not. And the language is for me that because it's not able to
Uh, Obi is lashing at his body there. There. Okay, let's move on. AMVCA, yeah, Nigerian UK drama, My Father's Shadow, emerged the biggest winner at the 12th AMVCA, taking home five major awards, including Best Movie and Best Director for Akinola Davis Jr. The emotionally charged story set during Nigeria's 1993 political crisis has also earned international recognition at BAFTA and Cannes. Other winners included Linda Ejiofor Suleiman and Uzo Arukwe, while veterans Shola Shobowale and Kanayo O Kanayo received Industry Merit Award. Congratulations to everyone. And that people, of course, there'll be disappointments and recriminations. People who lost out. I read somewhere they're wondering why Funke Akindele is behind the scenes. Didn't get any award apart from numerous nominations and all that. I'm a little bit confused. I mean, awards. So you can. We all have noses. They all look different. So we have different choices and all that. But I'm always confused. The AMVC is supposed to be African Magic viewers'
Just choice.
choices. Yes. So it's the African Magic viewers' choice. That means movies on their channels. So they have several channels and all that. So, but some of the works I'm seeing, like behind the scenes and all that, they are cinematic formats. They were shown in cinemas, then they were on sale. I mean, maybe Netflix and all stuff. So how do that how do they get to into African Magic? I thought it was the viewers
No,
of the that channel.
no,
Yes,
no,
go
no.
ahead, please.
No, it's not the viewers of the channel. I mean, yeah, it's the viewers of the channel that votes, but it is not only films on the channel. It's not only Nigerian films on the channel because we have other
Eh, That's
films.
that's a little bit confusing. If you say you're African
No,
Magic,
yeah,
channel,
it's African. Yeah, yeah. They just, I think it's just for the sake of the name. That's all.
for
They
branding
could have,
sake.
but
Okay.
because yeah, branding sake. It's just okay. You guys have probably gone to the cinemas and you've seen some fine films.
We've seen
Okay,
all sorts of
and we
things,
have them.
including our own.
Okay,
A vote. Okay.
including our own. So just you just vote. You just vote. And it's not totally led to the viewers. They have a panel of judges who that screens all these things. And you just vote, and then let's see who comes out tops.
Okay. I understand all that. Yeah, we are part of the pioneers who started movie business, movie award thing, and music award and all stuff.
Yeah.
So I know the business. I don't blame anybody for winning or losing. It's their choice. If you don't like, start your own. Anyway,
Yeah.
next story is a very sad one. Shock and grief have swept through Nollywood following reports of the death of actor Alex Ekubo at the age of 40. Colleagues, including Akindele, Bolanle Nolowo, paid emotional tributes online. Fans had recently expressed concern after Ekubo resurfaced online looking visibly slimmer following months away from social media. They mentioned something to do with the cancer of the kidney or something, some metastatic something cancer and all that.
Hmm.
It's the young man. I think his last days. I think they handled it very well. He was quiet. He was not exposed to all this social media bombardment where they make fun of you, make mockery of your illness, begin to speculate about the source of your problems and all that. I think it was great. I mean, the space was gracious for him, though it was pretty young, but it wasn't a messy departure. Uh, Although there are some stubborn people that will still go and film the area where the families are demanding privacy and integrity and respect for the the person that has left us. Uh, I'm not so familiar with some of his works, but the outpouring
Uh,
of
it-
emotion about him was
yeah, it
quite
was, it
moving.
was a very fine actor, sir. It was a very fine actor. Alex Okubo was a very fine actor, and it's really a sad one. It's really a sad one. It was a very
Yeah,
fine actor, and yeah, for me, it's those kind of things are sort of a private thing, because nowadays we just see all sorts on social media, and yeah, I think during the week I lost a friend too, a classmate, and
hey,
yeah, he had been battling with that thing we knew for some time, and I didn't even know he was back in Nigeria, and he just passed away like that, and it was
hey,
so shocking, because nowadays we found out that it's people in their um, late 40s, early 50s that are just passing on through all these
yeah,
um,
it's
um,
worrisome.
sicknesses.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's worrisome, because you keep on hearing about kidney failure, you keep on hearing about and all these things, and I'm wondering where is it all coming from? Where is it all coming from? Because you will hear this one has died, that one has died, and they are young, still early 50s, late 40s. They are very young
well,
people, and
well, well,
it's
to
it's
all the
sad. It's sad.
families who are grieving and who are bereaved, we pray for fortitude, grace to bear the
Amen.
what it is to lose someone. I mean, losing your mother at a ripe old age, losing uh, your mother-in-law at the ripe old age, it's quite painful. You know how much more someone
Yeah.
younger and adorable
Young.
by in
Mhm.
standards that we have set. Oh, may his soul rest in peace, and that of your friend, and all, and everywhere across the world, may their soul rest in peace. Oh,
Amen.
life goes on, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Next story says former BB Niger housemate Queen Mercy Atang is attracting global attention after after Guinness World Records reacted to her viral bread themed AMBCA outfit. Did you see that dress? It was filled with bread.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's actual bread though. That would be heavy.
No,
If it's actual
that
bread,
that
that's
dress is unique.
like
It's
1,500 bread.
it's yeah, it's a real work of art.
The
That
organization
that is
hinted that her creative
all
fashion concept could fit into existing wearable cake dress categories. Quinn says
mm-hmm.
the unusual outfit was inspired by her bakery business, while branding experts describe the stunt as a smart marketing move that successfully pushed her brand into international conversations. This world, it's a funny world. You wear bread and I mean, it increases your brand perception and reception. And now Guinness Book of Records is considering adding her to the cake dress category.
Agege bread has finally entered into the Guinness World Record.
I feel, yeah, don't talk. Man, I just saw some of those dresses and I shook my head. I said, wow, Nigerians, we are very, I mean, I don't think anything can put us down. They can do anything they
Nothing
like with the economy. They beat us up and down. We can't go down. We'll find a way of
go
escape.
down. We are so
You know,
resilient.
some kind of so that creative escape somewhere and just have fun and let the bad wave move. You know, and hope
Mm-hmm.
that the leaders who are bad leaders will forget their position and those off and somebody else will take over or whatever. You know, but that's not going to happen. We'll come to that later. Okay, one more story. This is a problem one. Let me give it to you. Social media personality Blessing Okoro, popularly known as Blessing CEO, has been arraigned in Lagos over alleged 36 million naira fraud
linked to a property transaction in Lekki. EFCC accused the relationship therapist of obtaining money under false pretenses and converting the funds for personal use. She pleaded not guilty, but the court ordered her remand in EFCC custody pending a bail hearing scheduled for June 5, the 5th of June. And one of the things the lawyer, defense lawyer, said in trying to mitigate her problem is the fact that she's paid back 24 million from the 36 million. Uh, Probably that's the I don't know whether she was the supposed landlord or agent. And this woman moves from one controversy to the other. Now she's
Yeah.
in the custody, pulling her heels until June, on the 5th of June. What kind of? That's the one that said she had breast cancer, stage 4, and
Yes,
people
yes,
were.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Always very controversial human being. Always in the news. Always in the news.
Wow, wow.
I pray,
Anyway,
I pray, I pray, I pray she gets out of this one unscattered.
if she gets out, then she'll do another thing. If she doesn't have a change of mind, she'll do another thing. I think she's like a female version of Portable, always in the news for one thing or the other. It doesn't matter whether it's bad publicity or good.
Or
Any
good
publicity
publicity.
is okay. Wow. Our last story for today is on Genevieve Nnaji. That's my darling actress. After nearly 8 years away from acting, Nollywood icon Genevieve Nnaji is making a major comeback in the BBC thriller series called Wahala. The six-part drama follows the lives of four Nigerian British women in London, dealing with secrets and strained friendships. Nnaji described the project as exciting and deeply engaging, while fans are already celebrating a long-awaited return to the screen. Well, my girl has moved on to directorship and the producership and all that. She has left acting. Only BBC could draw her back. Congratulations to Genevieve. And we look forward to Wahala. I mean, not Wahala. We look forward to the series Wahala, and see what it's all about. I'm not looking forward to any Wahala by the grace of God. Though. Okay. Okay, thank you, Damola. Let's take a short break, come back, and we'll start with our Niger trend.
Top Radio 90.9. Feeling ourselves. Loving our people. Putting out the best.
Oh my God. Ah, that woman is something else. Sincere or something. The guy who has a case. Arsenal is back. Arsenal is back in the frame. All you have to do is win all your matches. Good to go.
Just
Eh?
one. Just one.
Ah,
Just Tuesday's own.
Just two
As
of
in
us.
Monday.
Just two of us. Just now.
no,
Just
you're
Monday zone.
52.
No,
No,
just
don't worry,
Monday.
sir.
Why?
Bournemouth
Yeah,
will
the
do the
difference
rest
is
for
2
us.
points.
We'll win the league
No,
by
Bournemouth will
Tuesday.
do the rest for us. By Tuesday,
You
we
don't mean
would
it.
have won the league. Mm.
No, I don't think you will win it until the last day. Oh.
No,
What if you lose the last?
no.
No,
So Bournemouth will help us. If Man City doesn't win, if they play a draw
That's
or
your prayer.
anything, we're good.
That's your prayer. That's your prayer.
Yes, sir.
Bournemouth win unbeaten streak to go on. Hey, okay.
Yes, so
Okay.
morning,
Banking
sir.
on a
Morning,
round.
sir.
How are you?
very good morning.
Good to
I'm
see
very
you.
well, sir.
Good morning, Bosun.
Yes. Where's my Lena colleague? Okay, next week she'll come.
I, by the grace of God, next week. How was your Ife trip? Ẹ̀yin awo Amosun.
It was lovely. Everybody was there. Everybody.
Oh, that's great.
It was a mini political gathering.
Wow. Wow.
Past governors, serving governors, all parties.
Wow.
NDC, APC, PDP.
The conglomerate. That's nice.
It was a big one. And it went well.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, we are getting back on air. Mm-hmm.
How is Uncle T?
Ah, it's still there. It's getting better, I believe, but it's still. We're live on YouTube. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It's still there. Yes, we are back. We are back, and we are getting fuller. We have increased by one. Joining us is a legal expert and social development advocate, and an avid Arsenal flaunter. Uh, this morning, Oluti Bosun. Good morning, Bosun.
Good morning, Uncle Fudge. Good morning, Akindamola. Good morning, listeners. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Morning, Bosun.
Yes. So Akindamola is still here. I am here. And then you are there by his grace. So let's plunge into Niger trending stories within the Nigerian space during the outgoing week. And they're quite interesting stories. You can join us. The number to call is 0913 So you can share your comments with us, your thoughts, and your position. 0913 is the number. I'll start with this interesting story. Activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore has endorsed Aisha Yesufu's bid for the FCT Senate seat in 2027, saying activists should participate directly in politics. However, he criticized our choice of party. This is where I'm coming. This is where I'm using the story. He criticized the choice of our party, insisting she should have joined his platform instead. Yesufu recently left the ADC for the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC), citing her support for Peter Obi and a vision for a better Nigeria. The woman does not have any problem about whether they are doing fighting or certain any. Our own is to follow Obi. Yeah, that's what our own point. And you want to know, you have join me. Join me. You that didn't get up to 20,000 points. You want to. The woman is not smart. Yeah, Obi got 6 million. You got maybe 20 or 30 something thousand. I don't know what you guys think. Is Sowore serious about this?
Sowore has always been a joke. He's a joke. He's a funny person and also an opportunist. So, and he likes everything to come from his end. Like you said, Okufaj, you didn't get any significant vote. People are going to where they can muster vote. You are saying you are criticizing the platform. If somebody feels that, first off, let's start from this premise. most times what activists do is they just criticize, and they seem to know best. So I like it when activists join the fray. Like, okay, since you are the know-it-all, come and show us how it is done. And I'm not predicting failure, but I'm not saying anything new. And that also gives them out as opportunists. Because most times what people do is you criticize government. When an opportunity comes, then you present yourself as the best person. And at the end of the day, we don't see any difference in what has gone down. So as for Sowore, his party is a write-off. So there's no point just wasting time on that. So that's basically my position. So what the woman would do, I hope she succeeds. I wish her well. I mean, she's been in the forefront, and let's see what she can offer as well. So let more activists join, and let's see what they can pull from this. So that's just my take.
Also, I don't agree with you. I think you're not fair on activists, calling them opportunists. All politicians are, well, almost all of them are opportunists. Is that not what they do when they say they are sharing what is that thing called? Constituency allowance and all that. They will do all kinds of power empowerment programs. They will share. Some share wheelbarrows. Some share ridiculous items and all that. To take advantage of the moment, especially when the election cycle comes around. So they are all opportunists, not just activists.
Uncle, I didn't say all activists. I didn't say all activists are opportunists. I said that when you hold out yourself for political office after staying on the lane of the activists, people often see them as opportunists, particularly when they don't now come up with anything. We have seen a lot from Babatokbe Thompson to Dem Sowore. Nothing came out of it. Nothing.
Okay. Well, the debate is still open on that. And this our next story is I wrote about it, I think about a year ago. It was very, very sad. I don't know why it took them so long. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has approved the removal of Oba Joseph Oloyede as the Akpetumodu of Ikpetumodu, following his conviction in the United States for fraud and money laundering. The governor said the monarch's conviction brought the royal institution into disrepute. The stool has now been declared vacant, with the process for selecting a new king set to begin. Why? So you remember we spoke on this program about this?
Yes, long time ago.
Yeah, and it took them that long time to formally remove him from the throne because it was a disgrace. You know,
no, Uncle Fad, it took this long because it was not the political season yet. If
oh my,
in theory, if the offense had been committed immediately after an election, it would not have been removed. Immediately after, elections are coming up, and all sorts are flying around. And I guess the governor has been reached out to that you don't want to be don't want to be seen to support
to be convicted
for fraud abroad and stuff like that. So they had to move on him. It was just a case of Bosun, help me out. What do we call it was an opportunity cost.
Yes, they had to trade it. I don't think there was any intention to remove him.
No, at all.
Vacant.
At all. Because in a sane environment, I will not refer to any other environment other than us. In a sane environment, immediately that happened.
24 hours.
Immediately he was convicted because, of course, we allow him to have his day in courts. But immediately
and all that,
and we'll just remove him. But you know,
That's how a
the
responsible,
waiting game had to
responsible
begin, and
citizen should
you
be.
know, the waiting game had to begin. And of course, they will tell you that he has his own supporters too. So that
No,
it was collateral
it's just
damage.
it's so
Yeah,
sad.
that was
I
the word.
mean,
That's the word I was searching for. It was
yeah,
collateral damage.
collateral damage.
Uncle Five, Uncle Five, sorry, sir, quick one. You see all these kings who display serious financial flamboyance. They should really look into them. I don't know if you knew this guy when he came on the throne. Everybody thought he was the best. You know, he was a lecturer in the US, in the university. So when he came with all pomp and pageantry, and everybody was like, Anipetumodu is a very significant place in the scheme of things in Osun State. So everybody just thought he was the real deal until this whole fraud thing. And I don't think that must have been his first time, because he must have been in it. It just happened that was the time he was caught. A old king. It is the quality of persons ascending throne in Nigeria now. It is well.
But it's not only the throne, no. The quality of persons
in leadership.
Yeah, because of course it's an open secret that a king in Osun State like himself too, Mr. Drug Baron, it's an open secret. Drug Baron, it's an open secret, and nothing has been done.
Let's keep it like that.
Yeah, it's an open secret that a former governor. It's an open secret that a former governor was also a former Yahoo boy.
419. Somebody just bought form while still going through court conviction. No, did you see that, Okufaj?
Of course.
Somebody who is standing criminal trial.
I think we mentioned
just
it.
Bought form.
We said it last week. There are people that are facing serious indictments, are buying forms, and they're celebrating it. You know, I was trying to check what's it called, Damola, about open secret and no open secret. They should just moderate himself before people start calling in and giving you the whole receipt of your of people as far up as the presidency that they can speculate all kinds of things. So
don't go open what you can finish.
Anyway, this worries me. This next story. Annex says it plans to mobilize more than 1.4 million ad hoc personnel, mostly NYSC members, for the 2027 general elections. Annex chairman Professor Joash Amukuta described core members as critical to election success, especially in operating the BVAS system. The commission also pledged to improve welfare, insurance, and security arrangements for election workers ahead of the polls. That's where I'm going. Insurance. And I remember Damola telling us about the mishandling of BVAS by supposed educated people the last time he monitored this election. How do you get this 1.4 million? How do you get these people on time, train them, ensure them that that nothing bad should happen to them, and just not talking like the chairman is saying now? Because most times we hear year after year, cycle after cycle, some of these young folks are injured, some killed. You know, some are also compromised. You know, in the course of this election business. You know, so I'm a little bit worried about using these young folks to do this job on an ad hoc basis.
I think Damola is better placed to answer this.
Yes, I'm arrogant for Damola.
Yeah. For me, it's just like doing the same thing all over again and expecting a different result. I think that there should be a strategy session before this, years before elections, so that maybe we'll go and study other clients. Okay, how are they getting it right with competent people to handle elections? We should start from that place first. How do we get competent people? Because, sir, I'm telling you, the educational system in Nigeria now is so poor. You will interview some graduates and you will be furious. That is this one a graduate? And you are now telling them to handle something as sensitive as election. Because I saw all sorts during the last election. I saw all sorts and I was angry. And at the end of the day, we will just treat the symptoms. Where it is coming from, we will not treat it again.
So sorry, Damola, what's the option? What's the option? What do you suggest as option?
Well, I would you see, for problems like this, I don't like just I like I said, let's study other clients first, so that maybe we can have an hybrid of what other clients are doing.
They've been doing that year after year. They say they're even training others in African countries. You know, they have gone to all kinds of.
Our problems our problems start with the numbers they need. The hard hoc staff. Our problems start with the numbers of the hard hoc staff they need. I'm talking about the hard hoc staff now. So how do we get that kind of number? Even if we not get 1.4 million, how do we get 1.1, 1.2? So that at least the margin of error will be less. How do we get them? That's what we should be. That's the conversation we should be having. It's not to tell us now again that this same set of people that are not doing well educationally will come here and handle. They will not. It will be the same thing. And at the end of the day, people will only be looking at it is INEC, it is INEC, it is INEC, and INEC itself is not helping matters, because they are not putting this conversation out there. That okay, do you have suggestion of how we can get competent people that we can rely on to handle these things? Because even when I remembered I was asked to train ad hoc staffs in their thousands, and I walked into a class full of NYSC people, coppers, and you know, after 20 minutes, I called the person in charge and said, I can't train these kind of people, but because they feel so full of themselves as if they know, but let them open their mouth. You know they don't know anything, and they are not ready to learn. So how do we now? Because let's stop looking for the cheap options. After all, billions and billions of naira are spent on this.
So should INEC now get volunteers from where? Because some people have to do this job.
That is where I'm coming from.
Let me give you some figures as a context. Annually, the NYSC Director General suggested that they mobilize about 400,000 students, graduates, for the program. Experts estimated around 350,000 annually, right? So even if they're in batches, they are talking about what they're able to generate is about 400,000. So that's the 0.4.
That's a quarter.
That's a quarter. So where will they get the other 1 million, right? Are they bringing out reservists from the forces? Are they calling back batches that are? I don't understand, because when you look at Jamben,
you just touched on where I'm going to. I don't know. Is it that we want to use military personnel out of uniform that are competent? I don't know. That will not wear their uniform on that day. I don't know, because we need to get this correctly, because in other climes, so how do they get this number of people to conduct elections? How? We need to study how, so that we can now have our own.
My fear is when they generate all the numbers from NYSC, best scenario, maybe 400, 500,000. Then they would, because I could see some of the flyers online when they are recruiting people. There are different categories of people they were recruiting. The NYC staff, I mean NYC members, INEC staff that are not on duty, and other personnel there. So even if you gather all these things, before you know it, it would be like you are doing all these. Remember this Minister Moro, what he did one day, the kind of employment for some, yeah, that some the number of people died in a stampede and all that. They probably would do a recruitment that I understand we have like 40% or 50% youth unemployment. So this youth will come out to work on NYC, and they can easily get 1 million plus of those people. Now these are people who are hungry and been jobless for long, and they want money, and so they are easily open to being compromised. You know, easy picking to be compromised and all that, and they'll mess up the whole system. So I'm worried for the number they are looking for, and where they
So are we going to use robots?
Train them, and now they,
are we going to use robots? AI?
It's a very delicate. I don't know.
But Bosun, on election day, the ratio of INEC staff to hard doc staff is like maybe like 30-40 to 1. On during election day, the ratio.
Where are they getting them from?
And I kid you not. It's like 30-40 to 1.
Wow.
Because for every 40, 30 or 40 people you have one INEC staff.
It's not possible for INEC to get 1 million coppers at a go for in that January, between December and January. It's totally impossible. So where will the balance come from?
Uncle Fat, does this not look like something that has failed before it starts?
I'm worried. I'm worried.
That's what I'm driving at. Because 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we should have been thinking about this. So that if we use a whole year to plan all this and stuff like that, it's still the same fire brigade approach. Election is approaching next January now. You're not talking about ad hoc staff now. What you're supposed to have been talked about.
I fear for the quality and credibility of this election if they don't sort out these personnel issues. Because those are the ones that we use.
And the amount of money. But they have money now.
Yeah. I don't know. Huh. I think that their logistics training and administration is whack. It's anyway. We continue to monitor, and they must get this 2027 election right. So we continue to monitor them, pillory them to get it right. So we are watching out. I'm counting the 1.4 million. How are you dealing with them? Now, Bosun, this is largely for you. Now, before I go to it, I have a story for you. There's a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Okay. Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, start from something achievable. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you heard him.
We had
They are experts in not doing the right thing. Oh my! And for your information, Showore has been contesting presidential election since his university days. I suspect he must have done so in secondary school too. He's always been contesting. As win election as the president, he was SUG president, I think, in Unilag for some time. Oh my! Let's take a call. I mean, let me get this story through to Bosun before we go on break. It's been worrying me. I don't understand it. So maybe you will help us clarify. Lagos State government says it will soon begin issuing its own driver's license alongside the federal license under a partnership with the federal government. Transportation Commissioner Oluwaseun Oshiyemi says the move is aimed at reducing delays, improving digital monitoring, and strengthening road safety administration. The state also says it has expanded driver welfare programs, waterways safety campaigns, and vehicle inspection enforcement across Lagos. Eh, Bosun, which one is this new proposed driver's license? Yes, I understand that there's some horrific delays, after pressure on the FRC PRO and whatever. I was able to get my ID card 2.5 years after I enrolled for a 5 year card, and so I did it in 2001 and no 2003. It was meant to expire 2008. I got it last month. So you can imagine that. You can imagine the delay, and they will call me. They will call me. I paid for all the things, done all the tests and all that. So I understand that, right? But this multiplicity of licensing is it not going to cause problems or confusion?
So there are two issues here, in fact. One is a constitutional issue. The second one is a revenue generation issue. The first one is issuance of licenses exclusive to the federal government.
Okay.
So that is what we have to look at. If it's the federal government that does it through the FRSC, then Lagos State trying to come on board will have to fight out the constitutional part of it. That's one. Is it an exclusive thing to the federal government, or
Federal government.
or is something that is concurrent? So that's one part. So if it's exclusive to federal government, then Lagos State will be overstepping its bound. Now, but is it necessary in the light of the delay, so that at least you have an alternative, and then it's only limited to Lagos? But the other part of it is, I can assure you that is revenue generation in mind of those pushing it.
Yeah.
So, and these days, people are too inclined to anything that can bring money to them. Now, so for those who already have, why are we duplicating something that is already in existence? But for those who are put in and couldn't get it, they will tell you that, okay, we need an alternative to this, because the first thing the enforcers will ask you is, where is your driver's license? And if you can't produce it, that is offense number one. They don't want to listen to the fact that it is the FRSC that has been culprit in this equation. So I think we have to solve it constitutionally. If Lagos wants to do its own, nobody is stopping them, but they have to look at the legal implication of this. And then I don't think people will subscribe to duplication, because lately people have been complaining of duplication of taxes. You pay tax at the federal level, you pay tax at the state level. It's not as if the income is coming in like that. The economy is almost in a very horrible state. The earning powers of the people haven't increased, and things are on the high. So nobody's going to be ready for any duplicity, avoidable duplicity for that matter. So it's for those in charge to step up
I believe
and do their own thing. That's all, sir.
yes, and also because a Lagos driver's license probably will not be respected in your Enugu,
He won't take
Kwara,
you
and all
past
that. So they
Mowe.
have to start
He
doing
won't
their
even
own
take
thing.
you up to Mowe.
Uncle Fudge.
That's I mean, and this is a regime that's talking about cutting out multiplicity of taxes. Please, Damola, sorry, let's have this caller. Hello, good morning. Hey, Pastor Ambrose, good morning. Good morning, Pastor Ambrose. Yes, sorry about that. I wanted to say 2023.
See, to be honest, the road safety, they are not doing enough. They are not doing enough at all. And then that you can imagine 2.5 years.
Yeah.
You see, I think in this country we bite more than we can chew. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is this. Why is it that are we not in a federation? If we're in a federation, why are these things? Federal, my credit will soon finish, but no problem. I will get another one. Federal. Now, this thing for me, what Lagos State government is doing, let them go and, let them go and change the constitution so that, they can do this in conjunction with the road safety. You remember the plate number issue 5?
Yeah.
Today now, it has been resolved. So I think, for me, I think that what Lagos State government is doing, but it should be in line with the constitution, just like you have said, so that people can quickly get their driver's license and then, be free. So it's a laudable one. Road safety cannot meet up the target. That's my take. God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor Ambrose. It is true. It's you see people crowding, waiting, and everybody has a story. How long it has been?
A quick one.
And all that.
A quick one, Uncle Fudge. My problem is this data that they collect. Do they throw it away? Because you literally do the same thing.
Let me peg you there. The first reaction I got after about a year and a half was that, when was your own? I said 2023. Oh, I hope it's not in the set that crashed. I said crash. Do you mean I'm going to? I paid quite a large sum of money for this thing. I went there. I did all kinds of tests, all sorts. I did everything, and you're telling me it crashed. Crash where?
No backup.
That a year after that, maybe they have printed it out and they didn't send message as they promised to, and so people don't know when they should collect because there are so thousands of cars there uncollected.
Wow. So all this data, where does it go? Because when you go for another one, you do the same thing, you do the capturing, so why can't they just upgrade?
These things are not rocket science. Just to get this, not rocket science. Like you say, like the Pastor Ambrose said, I think there should be some kind of constitutional amendment. All these exclusive, getting driver license must be federal. Right? In other places, even local government can issue it. So far, it's well monitored, and you go through the specific things and all that. After all, the vehicle inspection is done by Lagos, and we get the roadworthiness and all. I don't know.
But
anyway,
Nigerians make money. Nigerians make money from bottlenecks.
It is. It's all about money making. That's what is very, very problematic for me. We don't care about. I read somewhere now. Parking on the streets now, you start paying. Is that paying? I don't know whether it's local government they are paying to, or say to the is that paying parking? Official parking, it's not a area boy fee now. It's official parking.
In UK style.
We have to think about environment. Things are going on economically. People are stressed. People are stressed. They are in their streets. All these things.
Uncle Fudge.
They are threatening their people's life. Yes. Go ahead, Damola.
Okay. You see all these issues. I think until we go to running the country as a proper federation, we have not started anything yet. Until we start running it as a proper federation. Because some time ago, I was in a program in Oxford University, and we are talking about digitalization, and we understood that digitalization would have solved most of these problems. But even when you digitalize, most of the public servants go ahead to sabotage that because they will not be making any money again. Let me give you an instance, sir. If peradventure Lagos can produce its own driver's license, and you need all you need to travel out of Lagos is just a permit that you have a Lagos State driver's license, which qualifies you for that permit to go. And it's automated that once you can scan that driver's license on, and that system just automatically said that, okay, truly I can confirm that this is a driver's license from Lagos, and within 10 minutes you are granted your extra permission to travel out of Lagos, maybe for a month, maybe for 2 weeks. I think it would have been fine, other than I will be waiting for one federal agency somewhere. And like you said, the especially in where it's near to me here in Ikeja GRA here in FIRC office. I mean, you have to know who is who before you are even allowed to register and stuff like that. And you have to know. If you don't, you'll be sitting somewhere. I mean, I have people that will immediately apply. They will be on the watch out and they will say, that thing is out. And I'm always feeling somehow that, okay, what about people that don't have people there? What happens?
They don't have access. Yeah.
They don't, I mean, so it's just pure madness. Until we start running the country as a true federation, we will not get it, because it's too big.
That's a long thing, though. Yeah, that's this story of the I wonder to discuss. But we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Okay.
They say that if you cross the zebra crossing, they say they can't find it. They started crossing the
wow.
That's now, when we paid for the DIA something, when they did after the state, now, when we went somewhere, they find her 20,000. I think that I want that to do this. Look at that. When they went there, they took it to us. So they told us to go to health office or state. People in the state, Nigeria, people will leave Lagos State for them. We leave this place for them so that they can carry the overhead bridge, carry the Third bridge, lift it to their, take it to their house so that they will be.
Oh, it's Obi is so frustrated. I mean, did you hear his story? It kind of the trauma his wife went through over some kind of infringement, zebra crossing or something. Now, where is the video evidence? They say they can't find it, and they charge that in any case, and then they double charge that again and all that. It's horrendous.
Oh, right. No, let me give you my own personal experience amongst my friends. In fact, everybody who rides with me, they know that I'm very slow driving. I went to renew my papers. In fact, even my kids, they complain that, Daddy, you don't drive fast. I went to renew my papers. They said I have a fine over speeding, 50,000. Where is it? They now said I had it 2 years ago. I said, but I renewed last year. We didn't see it. They said this new batch that they just brought. I looked at it. I don't want wahala. Somebody embarrassing me on the road. I now said, okay, let's do this. Since they brought it, where is the evidence? They said their screen is not showing. I should go to Ojodu. I should go to one. I just paid. But I know that the state is owing me money, because that thing is a bloody lie. You are holding me for something, no evidence. So,
Bosun, you have not paid to the state. I'm assuring you there is a back-end system that someone is siphoning that money from.
That someone is collecting. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That is what is happening. Because
I don't want any embarrassment on the road. So that's why I just paid. It didn't come from my heart, but I just paid. Because I didn't see evidence of what the offense I committed.
Let's get this story in. I mean, it's all about impunity, all kind of taking laws in their hands. Lawyers call it self-help. And all. A senior doctor at the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital, Professor Eyo-Ekpe, has accused EFCC operatives of assaulting hospital workers and dragging him into a van during an investigation into an alleged fake medical report. Hospital management says the report in question was forged and condemned the manner of the arrest, claiming armed operatives fired tear gas and caused panic within the facility. The EFCC, however, insists its officers acted professionally and were attacked by hospital staff during the operation. Man, I read the initial story. EFCC chairman, Mr. Olukayode. Your people did not do well. No.
It was a show
of tear gas into hospital where people may be on ICU, maybe on oxygen, maybe gasping for life. No. There's nothing professional about that.
You didn't talk about the part where this man was supposed to go and conduct a procedure on someone, and you whisked him away. What happened? There's a case in court about 4G. Don't subpoena the man now.
They said they invited him
to subpoena.
You have to go and ambush him and bundle him from his.
There are some places that law enforcement should not have free access to.
It is just a show of. It is just a show of power from someone.
No,
That's
it's
all.
not. It's not. And
it's horrible. Whoever is behind it, whoever allowed himself to be used for such show of power, somebody should be sacked by now. You went to a hospital, government hospital. See, the trauma of seeing EFCC bombard a hospital is enough to scare some people. Not even them now shooting tear gas. It's condemnable. There is no excuse. There's nothing that supports that action.
Bosun, for one man, for the sake of argument, if for one man, you don't send maybe 2 operatives with a vehicle, and every other person stays away, and you invite him, even on video, okay, we are inviting you, can you kindly come with us? You are not doing that. All you could do is just, because of guns.
They said they sent letters. All you have to do, you are in court and you have a witness that is not coming to court. The next thing is the court will issue a subpoena. Then it is police. It is police that will enforce it, not the EFCC. Yeah. The law is clear now. We know this law now. It's not metaphysics.
These people, funny enough, we'll keep on blaming the government. These people are just like ordinary people like you and me. The only thing they have is access to gun. That's all. I mean, on Wednesday, I was backing a crowd, and a VIP wanted to pass, and the guy where I was not in the way at all. He came, he pushed me. And I confronted him, because you are carrying a gun. You say you are DSS. Why are you pushing me? He said, I'm on the way. Which way? Look at where you are. Look at where I am. That you just felt that you could. Someone now said, you shouldn't have pushed him. Said, I just looked at the guy. It was simply because he was with a gun. I mean, he was looking at me. He was one-shotting like that one. Apologies to people who challenge with heights. I mean, I was like,
but seriously, I think this should be condemned. everywhere because
I mean,
it's
this
not
having
tolerable
access,
any sane
yeah,
society.
access to God
Okay,
is giving
gentlemen,
people,
let's pick this call. Hello, oh, you dropped. He's been on the line. Please, don't stop calling. There's a kind of bureaucracy. The doctor was explaining how he got the request. He put it under his supervision. Called the head of department. Let's try this caller again. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Dio. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, okay.
Police, to army, to all these DSS, and now ESC people are doing basically the same thing. It's more or less like doing night service for government. Anything, if you are working for government, you want to show up the power so that yes, we are on top of it. And it's not supposed to be like that. How can you go and send the ESCP to or teaching hospital and you see how they maneuver those people? It's not supposed to be like that. And also the same thing too, if people are protesting against government and everything, you see police doing night service and propaganda. I think I think they want to go and fight Boko Haram. But once you call them for all these Boko Haram and bandits and every other thing, you don't see them. So you can see all these high service that is do for government and stuff like that. It's not supposed to be. Nation is supposed not to be like this. So you can see that like I said, it's very unfortunate that we are in this kind of regime that they don't value people, they don't value human living. All they care is about 2027 election and every other thing. Like I used to say, they think that the world support is going the best support, really they will support. Thank you.
Thank you. That's Dio and his mantra. You see, it's so pathetic. The doctor, the professor mentioned that this request came to confirm, to verify if the medical report was right. There's a caller again. Let's try it. Hello, good morning. Okay.
If this doctor has traveled to a bandit infested area, this is a way of doing it. So wait for him to come back from that bandit. Look at it, after this, what happened? Look at the doctor to Kurota. They went through the group. What to do? Planning, this. Wasn't that thing like a news in New York, or what they call it in action film? You watch it, I think there was a practice because of giving everything is shown. Why all this? Thank you, my brother.
Oh my, thank you. I mean, the guy explained this meant this report to check. Because he was not from his unit, he's the senior person there. So he sent it he called the head of department, who confirmed and realized that the person who signed that document is not their it's not on their staff. So obviously it's fake. So he wrote the report, he confirmed it, and then he has to give the report back to the chief medical director, who will approve it. So then they came asking for it. I said, this is the draft of the letter, but it is not signed yet. So you have to come back so that the CMD can sign it and all that. They went back, came back and said he's under arrest. But I'm not. It's not in my unit. I'm not. I cannot approve this until the CMD signs and all that, and they bundled him out, and they started crying for help because I didn't understand why they were bundling me out. And then the hospital said, no, you can't take the organ because it was under duress. Then they call for reinforcement. This is from the narration of the professor. They called for reinforcement and started shooting the air and doing all sorts of things, scaring the people away and all that. You know, like Obi said, all this gra. Over what? Over a medical
It's
report
unfortunate.
that was from
Uncle Fudge.
Uncle Fudge, Uncle Fudge, is it sorry, Bosun, is it within the purview of EFCC? Because
medical report,
the name is Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. What happened to the police around there?
Lamara, let me even now say this. You see, the action of the EFCC is bad enough. Let me tell you what is worse. The defense of the EFCC. Their defense is worse than the action.
They're professional. I mean, what kind of
Yorubas will say T.Y. Obada or NUTF should be good. You have done something heinous, then you are coming to defend it. No. For me, they didn't try.
I mean, if you want to arrest a doctor, you at least ask the CMD, the medical director. Your staff will want to arrest him. This is what he has done. You didn't ask anybody. I mean, if
they have a legal department too.
Yes, you go and question them. How can you just bundle him out like I think like the Banana Republic?
No, and he's not the one. He's not the one in question. No,
he's not the one. He's just leaving the investigation. The report is already clear that
it's all part of acts of impunity.
Oh my!
And it's a Banana Republic where anything goes.
No. It's that's why next time now you hear the doctor say they will go on strike. No, because
they are already on strike. They are already on strike. Doctors they're already on strike.
I mean, this is official high-handedness. It's unnecessary, needless, and wicked. Yes, we have a caller. Hello, good morning.
The defense of the EFCC thing, it's common with all these agencies of like police and everything. They always quick to defend their own. They are not culpable and every other thing, and they are culpable. They always give. Remember the incidents that happened in Kaduna where those bandits and every other thing they attack people. I mean they kidnap people. The police first of all denied. Yes, thank God for social media that carried it. Then the police now I think
they changed their story.
They now said that okay for school. So it is very reoccurrence with this government agency that immediately they will first of all do something, they will now deny it. Later on, they will now when social media carries it and shows it around, they will now say, okay, you think it's true. They will tell you that they want to investigate it.
They now recalibrate. It's sad. This is official dissembling. Impunity of the highest order, and this is why I still have my problems about IGP Tunji. This is what he was saying. That's why I say it's not just about talking. We need to act. He was talking about.
They are not under him. Uncle Mike, they are not under him.
Yes, it's not under the. So
it's not under the IGP. No.
No, they are not.
I thought they were
no, at all.
Special arm of,
no, they are on their own. No, they are special agency.
On their own. That's why they are behaving like this. No, it's not right now. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. Truth cannot be hidden under this kind of enforcement braggadocio.
They are inexcusable.
Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning, Pastor. I mean, we're okay. Shoot.
From the story of Bobby down to this doctor story, this is where we have found ourselves. And sometimes when we talk, I think there is one caller there who keeps on thinking that we are attacking this government. But we want the system to work. an injury to one is an injury to all.
Mm.
And when you begin to, look at things from a different perspective that is a norm, then there is a problem. That's where I have a problem when we begin to support this government or any other government for that matter. But when Jonathan was there, I personally, I was against him. To the extent that some people in this my area, I became their enemy. Because I know what is good and I know the truth. When Buhari was to come, I supported him. And when he started failing, I started to campaign against him. And this president who claims to be a Democrat, who has been pretending to be a Democrat, he is even all the democratic structures now, they are crumbling one after the other. What is wrong if you empower institutions? What is wrong if you make institutions independent? Rather, they have become a tool to harass enemies. If I have money now and I go to EFCC and I make some noise, if I go to EFCC and I give them money, they will harass people. So is that supposed to be so? There are issues that EFCC should handle. There are issues that police should handle. There are issues that military men should handle. But EFCC will go, and a doctor for that matter. What connection? What is the connectivity between that? And probably it's just that maybe one person is connected. You see, if we continue like this, we'll never get anywhere. Is it not a shame that the countries that we go to hibernate, these countries, some of them were even worse than us today, and today they are ahead of us, and then we keep on defending that it didn't start today. Is that not the reason why you came in? You said you were coming to fix the country, and when you came in, you have not been able to fix anything. I don't hate anybody. And when I talk, I'm not talking of anybody. I'm talking of the system. Let us have a functional system, a system where Nigerians can have confidence. And that brings me to the conclusion. It is because we don't have free, fair, credible, and transparent elections. Because when we have all of these things, everybody will sit up, from the presidency to the governors to the chairman. Look, it's quite unfortunate where we have found ourselves, and until we all agree that things are not working. Do we need to talk about the laws in the north and the laws in the south? They are not the same thing. Fine. Sometimes I just wait for this. When I was young, I had the opportunity to travel, but now lazy people they travel then. And I said I was not going to travel. The lazy people now, they
are wiser.
You know.
Okay, thank you. Oh my. Frustrations everywhere. And we have a short stories, but we can't take all. Our last story may be a good point to end because it's also born on the good side. So they are not all bad. Not everything about EFCC is bad. A federal high court in Abuja has sentenced former power minister Salih Maman to 75 years in prison over a 33.8 billion fraud and money laundering case brought by the EFCC. Justice James Omotosho convicted Maman on all 12 counts and ruled that the sentences would run consecutively. The court also ordered Interpol and other security agencies to arrest him as he was absent during sentencing. Authorities further directed the forfeiture of property and funds linked to the former minister. Oh my. Before you answer that, I want us to wrap up. We have about less than 7 minutes. There are two stories I want to join together. But Jabir Miller says he almost lost his job because of Desmond Elliot, who was linked to political unrest during the how will I call it, the ambush to remove Obasa as Speaker of Lagos State, Mudashiru Obasa. He said he defended the lawmaker and repeatedly advised him to distance himself from the controversy. Apparently, Elliot was headstrong. Now he's facing a strong wind of being unable to return to the post after 3 tenures. Is it 3 or 2? Okay. And then on the corner near in the corner of Bosun there. Former Ogun State Governor Benga Daniel has challenged the Governor Dapo Abiodun to a live television over the battle for Ogun senatorial ticket ahead of the 2027 election. Daniel rejected claims that Abiodun had emerged as consensus candidate, insisting process was only an endorsement. You know, this consensus something. I hope it will not scatter APC. You know, because
It
the
will.
scale of recommendations and opposition to all these consensus things all over the states is it's alarming for those who are careful. Yes. So, gentlemen, your
So
take on any of
let,
those
let-
stories?
the first one, when you have high profile convictions like this, it restores confidence because people often state that the big the big thieves don't get caught, that it's
Yeah.
only the small fries that. And so when you see convictions like this, and I like the judgment, brilliant. It's not a case of just put him in jail, or I mean, we've seen instances where fine was given for very horrible crimes. No fine,
Yeah. No fine.
confiscate his property, Interpol, look for him, sniff him out. Fantastic judgment. How they even allow him to escape safe? That's another cup of coffee, but at least Interpol is on his trail. So
Mm.
that one is good. As for Desmond and Bajabi Amila, I think what has played out here is simple. As for him losing his job or whatever it is, those are besides the point. The people who brought him have said he should step down the way some people step down for him. Um,
Yeah.
he's crying more than the bereaved. He should step down. Let some other people too step in. that so those are my contributions. As for Benga Daniel and Dapo Abiodun, I pray lives don't get lost in this their battle. But
Mm.
I just pray. That's my prayer because at the end of the day, that's what may likely happen. So I pray there won't be casualties. And they
Okay.
should lay it bare so that both of them can play on a level field and we'll know who is more popular between the two.
Yes.
That's what.
Let the fight begin. Let it be fair. Damola, okay, I was going to break you. The line is off.
Yeah,
Okay, quickly, Damola, your contribution.
yeah. My contribution on the first EFCC conviction. Well, it's congratulations to them.
Please,
My
please
only
hold on.
grouse is
Let
that
me
33
let me
point
see this card.
33 point
Hold on.
thirty-three
Hold
point
on,
eight
please.
billion. Okay.
Hello, good morning. Yes.
that was here in America. And just like you said, it's open secret. We all know the open secret. The open secret of those in power who went to the Islamic State that was not even started when they have already started the Islamic State 2 years before the starting of the state. They know the open secret of, I mean, we're talking about cocaine money in American court of about 32,000. That's an open secret. And when you look at the economy, other political, they want to query the responsibility of the people they govern. That's who the nothing out there. That's for that. Therefore, for EFCC, remember the case of a man in Anambra who was actually invaded by EFCC and
Yes.
they had to open fire and
Yes. I remember.
remember the EFCC case smuggling concerning the $33 million to police jail, where you had Moses go to that place and suddenly people from DSS came. Remember the case of Oladunedi Bankole, where he led DSS operating to his house and they drew them out. That has been the case. Also in Kwara State University, where DSS just went and the students just defended again. They told them and also things, those things happen. So when you see, as far as I'm concerned, need sanitization themselves. They work in collaboration with people who boys. They go to them, see some of their things, request for bribe and whatever. So it's an avenue for them to make money. Then the minister who was there for how many years now, almost like there. There's nothing to celebrate in that case. That man is like, nah, how did you escape? How for a grace that is of that magnitude.
You have less than 1 minute, please.
Yes, only me escape and we want to say, there's nothing to say. See, I better not get on. Thank
You are just okay. Thank you. Is that does the wind get jailed or can you imprison the wind? The Damola, please, your final statement. Just round up. We have less than a minute to go. Your contribution that you want to say. So you just use it as a departing.
Okay. So for me, today is the start of primaries for APC, and I hope they will get their house in order. And the last part of what Bosun said, I hope there will not be bloodshed, because all this consensus is not consensing at all, and it's not at all. I know. Yeah, throughout yesterday, throughout the night, calls upon calls, consensus is not working at all. And I hope they will get their acts right. And for everybody, in this season, please just stay safe, because like the Yorubas we say, "Enibaku ni." So just stay safe. Don't go and be part of what is not yours. Thank you.
Thank you. And on behalf of Bosun and everyone, all our callers, thank you so much for contributing to this. And I hope the recipients of all our talk will take this thing in not just taking their strides. Will change, reflect. We want Nigeria to be better. We want our people to be dealt with in a good way, in a civilized way. Not in impunity galore. And we hope to see you next week. Stay blessed and stay strong. See you. Have a good week.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, guys.